All right, guys, welcome to the Hospo Hustle, the podcast where we talk about hospitality, entrepreneurship, and the grind behind it all. Today, our guest, Alf, the owner and head chef of Warisan in Fortitude Valley. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
No,
thank you,
for
Dylan.
coming on this. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Firstly, congratulations. I know you won Chef of the Year last year, Queensland in
2025, correct?
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes.
How was
thank
that
you.
feeling?
Well, for me, it's a huge achievement, considering that I'm not from Australia, and then I came to Australia and then compete with Australian best chef.
Yeah.
And then I took the crown.
Yeah, that was awesome. I saw the video. It looked very cool.
Yeah.
I saw when you won, and it was
Yes.
emotional. That was nice.
Yes.
It was really cool to see. And I'm glad you won. I really like your restaurant. I've been there like 5 times. I
Yes.
think it's great food.
Thank you.
Where did it all start for you?
I came to Australia, to Brisbane in 2015 under sponsorship of one of the restaurants here, a big company, as a head chef. But previously in Indonesia, especially in Bali, I spent like probably since 2005 working in this industry in the kitchen, and then moved to Australia in 2015 working with one of the biggest restaurant here in Brisbane as a head chef. And then after that, I got my residency 2019 and then decided to get another experience working in a different field of restaurant, that kind of things. And then after that to 2021, I got an opportunity to open a restaurant as a partner, as a chef partner in South Bank with the team behind Harajuku Gyoza.
Oh.
It was Mapami in South Bank.
Oh, wow.
So it was on 2021. I was a little bit skeptical. When I arrived to Australia, I tried to find like a home food, like Indonesian food here in Brisbane, and on that time it's not many.
Yeah.
And it's very few, and then the location is a bit hard to reach, that kind of things. And then on that time I was thinking, one day I'm gonna open my own Indonesian restaurant here in Brisbane. I want to introduce my food, my culture, my cuisine, that kind of thing, something that I like, something that I grow up with, that kind of things.
Yeah.
So I was thinking like, will people accept Indonesian food? Will they like it?
Yeah.
Are they gonna be like, too spicy, blah blah blah, that kind of thing? So with that restaurant, I decided to do it like a 50-50 instead of 100% fully Indonesian restaurant. So I decided it's like 50% based on my childhood memories kind of food, and then after that the rest 50 combined with not popular Asian dishes like Thai, Vietnamese, Malaysian, Singapore, that kind of thing. And then it was surprise. In the first few months we opened, people like, "Mate, your food is amazing, especially Indonesian food. Why don't you open an Indonesian restaurant here? It's like fully 100% Indonesian restaurant."
Yeah.
Because I've been to Bali, I miss the Balinese food, I miss Jakarta food, Japanese food, that kind of things. Just do it, mate. I was like, now I understand that people, especially in Australian market, they love it. They accept our food. They accept Indonesian food, and then most of them been to Bali anyway, so they know, they kind of are familiar with the flavor, with the spices. And then 3 years with the company, and then decided to challenge myself again.
Yeah.
I need to like push my limit. I need to learn something new. I want to do something more with the business kind of thing. So I decided to join with a different company. And then after that, in October 2024, we decided to open an Indonesian restaurant in Fortitude Valley called Warisan.
Yeah.
So
2024?
2024 October. Yeah.
When you did decide to take the leap, opening up the restaurant to owning your own restaurant,
Yes.
what was that process like for you? When you were like, all right, I'm going to do this, did you have someone you started with, or did you kind of just be like, how did it work?
Yeah. I was lucky enough to have an opportunity to open a restaurant with the other company, so I can learn how to start a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I have nothing. I have zero knowledge about how to open a restaurant here in Australia, especially in Brisbane. I learned a lot with that company about starting up the business, how to create a company, how to apply the license, that kind of things, training stuff, and operational in the first few years. So I'm thinking like, restaurant itself, the product is food. So the product that we want to sell, and I can do that. I can create the product. Yes, I can create the product. So the other thing is about the system. The system, previously I have zero knowledge about the restaurant system, but I have learned a lot with that company. So at least I have probably like more than 75% knowledge how to start the business here. So in 2004, I decided this is my goal, this is my dream.
Oh, so 20-year kind of journey?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I decided to open Indonesian restaurant here, but on that time, I was a little bit like, I don't think I can do it myself. So we did a partnership with Nick from Lucky's Kitchen.
Okay, yeah, nice.
He also happy with my product, with the food that I created. with the idea, with the concept and everything, and then we decided to open Warisan together on October 2024.
Yeah.
So
what does Warisan mean in?
Warisan is in Bahasa, it means heritage.
Oh, nice,
or,
heritage.
Or you can call it like legacy as well.
Yeah. Cool. Nice.
So, yeah.
Was that always the name that you had in mind?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the just to align with the concept itself. This is about Indonesian food. So if you are talking about heritage or legacy, it's not only about like money or wealth or whatever it is. It's also about the food. This is the culture. This is Indonesian heritage. So something that we can introduce
And
to the
show
world.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
So yeah.
And I guess doing it all, starting your own restaurant, we all go through it. I guess what was the biggest kind of reality check that you faced when you were started? I'm sure there was many.
Yeah,
but
so
what was
many.
some of the big ones you remember?
Probably stuff, rent.
Oh yeah, rent, wages.
Yep,
Yeah.
wages and everything. To be honest, now I can feel the change between when I arrived to Australia the first time and now, because back then we can easily find people to work with us. We need a few people in the kitchen. We just need to call someone, hey mate, we need people.
Yeah.
Do you want to work with us? Yes.
Yeah.
Please give the job to me. Everyone looking for the job.
And now it's so hard.
It's so hard.
Whenever we post an ad here, we have to almost entice people. We offer this, we offer this,
yes,
this, that,
exactly.
You get a free drink after work,
knockoff.
You get a staff meal, 50% off.
That kind of thing.
And then even that sometimes we pay penalty rates is not enough.
Yes, exactly. So this is the reality that I realize now is when people applying for a job, the first question that they ask is, how much do you pay me?
Oh, I know.
And I was like, mate, come on. So
they don't even want to know about the job, really.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, we're sure we're gonna pay you based on the law, on fair work, that kind of things. Or based on the awards.
Yeah.
But I mean, why do you need to worry how much we're gonna pay you?
Yeah.
So that kind of things, you know what I mean?
Just the mentality of going into the job. I know what you mean. It's very disheartening and stressful. And then I guess sometimes you can be looked at as the bad guy because they're I just want to know how much. And that's a given. We're going to give you whatever the award rate is. We're going to give you whatever that says we have to pay. We'll pay. And it's already so high.
Yes.
It's people go to university and study for so long, and they go into their first year jobs, and they're lower than what we're paying, for casual floor staff. And I think right now in the industry, there's a lot of, I think people really, especially the staff, feel like this, and don't get me wrong, there's great people out there. But there is definitely an entitlement to the business owes me. Where I try and tell them, and even being the owner of a business, of a restaurant, the business doesn't even owe me. I say we owe the business. The business is going to pay you, and it's essentially going to pay me. If we look after this place, if we care for it, if we treat it right, it will give us back.
True.
But no one looks at it that way.
True.
It's funny sometimes. I see they'll put all the soap in, is so much, triple the soap, paper towels not even looking, and it's and then you just wipe it down, and then at the end, those kind of things. I guess it's hard, only we're going to care as much when it's, your own thing. It's always been like this, but I know what you're saying right now, it's really at a, it's hard. And it does come down to the training. It is on the employer and trying to at least give them knowledge. That's something I struggled with a little bit. I still do sometimes get really frustrated and why can't they just... But I guess, there's no point in feeling like that unless you're really going to sit them down and train them and make them understand. And then after that, if they don't, then you can kind of see from there. Expectations for when you opened up Warisan, was it what you thought? Was the business going really great? Was it not? Was it... Did your expectations line up to the reality of when you opened it up?
I can say 85%
is
all ticked off. So the idea why I decided to open Warisan Indonesian restaurant here in Brisbane is because first, there is not many Indonesian restaurant in Brisbane, and it's very limited. The idea was I want to introduce my culture. I want to bring something from me, my culture, to the table, give a little fresh air for Australian market about new food that they haven't tried. Considering that not many Indonesian restaurant option here in Brisbane, I was thinking it's gonna be the first spot, the first Indonesian restaurant in Brisbane that that fill up with non-Indonesian people who wants to try Indonesian food or who wants to bring back the memory when they were in Indonesia or Bali, that kind of things. The other Indonesian restaurant here in Brisbane, they are mostly more
like half Western.
Yes. And also most of them are not licensed, so it's a bit hard because if you know, I mean, like the culture of Australian here, if you go dinner, you must have something like glass of wine, cocktail, or beer, that kind of thing. So
it's like you want to open a restaurant and you want to focus on your product and giving the guest experience, but there's so many rules here, like that you almost, that's your full-time job, like keep the council happy, all this compliance stuff, and you know what's funny too, this department doesn't line up with this department and this department, and they're all supposed to work under the same branch, and then I'm like, well, they told me this, you told me this, so which way do I go? Because you're saying I'm going to get fined here, but I think that's a very frustrating thing in the industry right now. You have to jump through so many hoops, and it's almost becoming like near impossible sometimes. If you don't really know what you're doing, it's very low chance that you're going to be there for much more than a couple of months. I guess that's the game, right? When you talk about the customers, people coming to try the food, more, I guess, like Western people coming to try, reminding them of their holidays over there. Is that clientele that's coming?
Yes. In fact, our customer is more like 70 and 30%. So 70% is non-Indonesian. Tourists or someone who's having a holiday in Brisbane or someone who's been to Bali or someone who wants to try Indonesian food, that kind of things. I think most of them, they love it.
The food's very good. I love it. It's probably my favorite restaurant right now to go to.
Thank you.
No, I really like it. I think the food's really good. I think what you've done that's really good is you have made it feel like authentic. I think that's like what we try and do here too sometimes. Obviously, like ours is more broad pan Asian, but I think try and be like authentic as we can with still like threading the needle through kind of what the place is. If you do that, like in any hospitality space, that kind of works, right? Obviously, you know, over 2 years now, or close to 2 years?
Almost, Almost 1.5 years.
Has it changed much from the beginning to now?
We have a really strong identity and concept for Warisan itself. Just need to change a little bit, a few things, like maybe first thing is on the atmosphere of the restaurant itself. The idea was we open a restaurant within a budget level, you know, I mean, we don't really want to break our bank, you know what I mean? That's like, you know, it's like, small. So we didn't do much with the dining room, but then September, my business partner decided to leave. So I took over the restaurant completely. And then I was thinking like, I think we need to add a little bit in the dining room, like probably like, plants or some neon light or maps, or you know, it's like give more vibes,
more of a character.
A lot of people that been since the beginning, they know, oh, your restaurant is now changing, it looks nice now. The service, because when we open, we want something casual, something easy, low maintenance, so we decided to do more counter service and QR code. It's like customer come, we explain the menu, we give them the menu, and then tell them there's a QR code if you want like a quick order, or you can come to a counter and then just talk to us if you have any question, kind of things. But now I realize we are a restaurant, we're selling product, but also a service. So we have to give that to the customer too. You know what I mean? So people come to our restaurant because they want to try our food or they love our food, but also they want to have, you know, the experience.
I guess that's what we're selling essentially, right?
So now we changed a little bit to table service.
I noticed that because the first time I came, it was counter service. And I didn't think anything of it. I thought it didn't even cross my mind. But then I noticed the last time I went, well, actually the last 2 times I've been, it was table service. I saw the transition there.
Just to give the customer full-on experience about Warisan, the hospitality of the staff, the kind of thing, and then the explaining about the menu, the ingredients, the kind of things, and then
that's so important, because I guess like even here at Mr. Vane, I always tell the staff when they start, like, what's the first thing when you see a customer that you do? And like they always say, oh, you ask them if they have a booking, or you go up and ask them how they are. And I say, even before that, what do you do? And like no one ever gets it, but like you just smile. Just if you see them and you're busy, just smile. If you smile, you've done 50% of your job. Nowadays there is a stigma of going to restaurants. Oh, is it going to be good? Are they going to be nice? And if you just can break down that first interaction, which is a smile, the customer will be happy all night. And I think, the atmosphere, and something I learned too, when we first opened Mr. Vane, I guess I liked the design side of things too. So a lot of it was atmospherical for us. We tried to make all the moody lighting, you know, with the projections of the 90s models on the wall. So it's a big part for me. It's so important to what industry we're in, hospitality. I guess the nice gesture and the greeting of making people feel welcome. So we are selling the food, the drink, but we're selling more of a feeling, right? Like, and I think that's right now what a lot of restaurants sometimes are missing or forgetting, at least. Like, they have such a great food offering, but then like the whole interaction that you have maybe with the floor staff, just those little things, like I can have the best, I don't know, steak or duck I've ever had. But it's kind of like, you'd almost rather go to a restaurant sometimes where they smile and they remember you and they're like, oh, hey, how are you? Like, so even if I have like a mediocre one, I've enjoyed it. Obviously, sometimes you just want that food and you'll kind of sacrifice everything else. But I think if you can do both, I think that's like that recipe where you can be there for 5-10 years. What's a non-negotiable for you in the kitchen that is a must?
Recipe,
yeah.
So basically, my sous chef, Bosco, has been with me since I opened in South Bank. He knows my standard. He knows how I work. He knows my system. He knows, like what I want and the food, that kind of thing. So I do have a trust in him. So even if I'm not in the kitchen, as long as he's in the kitchen,
you're relaxed.
I'm relaxed because he knows how to read my recipe, how to execute the recipe, that kind of thing.
You're very hands-on with the place, right?
Yeah.
How long did it take you to build that, I guess, trust with Bosco, where it's like, I'm fine, he's there?
Probably like 3 years.
Yeah.
And constant work together with him. I know what he's doing. I know how he's doing it. And then if there's something that he's done and it's not on my standard, I'm just gonna tell him straight away. Instead of doing this, it's more efficient, more the kind of thing. So
and it's important, isn't it, to have that level of comfortability where you can tell your co-workers like, hey, this is not to standard. Sometimes that can be hard. I guess you got to deal with it. Head chef and the owner. So you kind of got to go both ways sometimes, right? So how do you balance being creative with, I guess, the profitability of the restaurant, the money side of things? Are you very like budget conscious, or are you very like, look, I need this ingredient, I want to make this dish? How do you balance those two things together?
I'm a person who stick with the budget. You know what I mean? Like if this is our budget, we need to work really hard to not over limit the budget. But sometimes when we do have something like a special menu or like special event like Valentine or Mother's Day kind of things, we need to spend more on the specific item, like a special item, because again, it's a special event. And then when a customer will understand, because for example, one dish costs probably like $5 more than the other. And then when they look at the ingredients, it's like, oh yes, because then they understand, oh yeah, there's a few ingredients that it's uncommon, it's a special ingredient or that kind of things.
The budget side of things, it took me a really long time to stick within budgets. I was always conscious of them because you got to spend money to make money, right? And you want to do these specials, you want to do the events, and I mean, they're different, I guess, for every business. Like when I had a nightclub, it was very different to the restaurant where this is an upmarket restaurant. So it was very, very different kind of businesses. It took me a couple of years to really get my head around. Even though I knew it, I'm like, oh, it's all right.
Over budget there.
Yeah, I think that's my biggest lesson I've learned in my career. Sticking within your means is important. So many things happen, right? Kitchens are so temperamental. This is broken down. Restaurants in general, it takes such a beating. So they're like old cars. How do you describe yourself as a leader? How is your style?
I'm a very easygoing leader. I'm very quiet. Not that kind of like, like screaming to the staff, that kind of thing, or telling staff you did wrong, you did this, that kind of thing. No, I'm not that kind of person. I'm a very easygoing, I'm a friendly leader. I almost never tell my staff what to do. But instead, I show them how I do it.
Guide them.
Yes, without telling, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? No, I'm not that kind of person. When we work together, I silently do my job the way I do. And then just let my staff see it, and then they're gonna learn, oh, that's Alfie, that's how chef doing it. So I'm gonna do it like that. Like usually I give like probably 2-3 times an examples. And then if there's no improvement,
that's when you kind of talk to them aside. Do you have much to do with the front of house at the restaurant?
Currently, yes, because now I am the owner. I do have standard for the front of house, because at the moment we don't have manage in the front, so I have to look after them if there is any question or if they lost. I don't want my front staff to be like a chicken lose their mom, you know what I mean? Like they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do, that kind of thing. They just
then it looks bad, messy.
Exactly. I try my best to probably spend probably like more than 40% of my time when I am at restaurant to talk with the front staff, just to check on them, if they did anything else, if there's any question, if they need any help from me, that kind of thing.
Sometimes in my opinion, obviously, look, you got your food, you got your drink, you got your floor, and they're all important, right? You can make an argument for any one of the areas being more important, but I do feel, for me, like the floor, sometimes just because it's that, like, they're almost the face of the restaurant, they're going to remember that. In restaurants these levels, like your restaurant, Mr. Vane, like, the chefs are going to be good, you know? We only are going to hire good people, and they're going to be trained, they're going to be professionals. And so sometimes I think the floor, it's a stepping stone for a lot of people. Like, I'm at uni and I'm studying, I'm just coming here to get my paycheck, pay my rent. So I think that's why sometimes the floor requires more attention, especially from the owner side of things. Because they aren't as invested as someone in the kitchen. That's their career, that's their passion. I mean, honestly, I'm on the floor every night. I have a good manager, a good team. Every time I say I'm going to do some work while the restaurant's open, I'll just sit down on my laptop. Impossible. I can't. Like, I look at a guest space, I'm like, are they happy? Maybe I'll go and check, you know? But it's good, right? That means we care.
Of course.
And I've seen you do that too. The first time I came, I remember you were coming out and checking. I think your manager at the time, maybe. You asked her to come look, check on us. Then we ended up talking. To be honest, that was a massive part of why I came back to your restaurant. Because you came out and made that connection.
Sometimes if I have a night off, for example, like on Tuesday night, I have a night off. I'm supposed to spend time at home with family, but I check the booking is increased. So I was like, okay, I need to go to restaurant. It's not because I don't trust my staff. I do trust them. I'm sure that it's gonna be like, it's gonna be smooth service tonight. As you said before, I want to interact with the customer, asking in my free time, so I don't need to worry about the food. I don't need to worry about service. It's just purely hospitality of Warisan, of me to about Warisan. I'm like saying, hey, how's everything? That kind of thing, checking on the food or whatever it is, and then have a little chat with the customer, that kind of thing. So
no, that's why I was excited to do this one with you today, because I know you're like that, and I feel like that too. Like, sometimes we might have a very quiet night, and I'll still come in there, but why are you here? Because I feel like I need to be, but I also like to be, like, I enjoy it. It's kind of the whole point of opening the restaurant. We have another restaurant down the road, but that's currently being sold, and this translates into the guest side of things. I was running down there, running back up here, running down there, and I always felt I'm not the kind of guy that can be like, and it's not about not trusting your staff, like you said, it's just about, like, I want to be there to give the best possible experience we can give, and also at the standard that is very important to me. When I think about the restaurants, I just want to do quality over quantity. I thought I would want to have 5, 6, 7 restaurants, but I've kind of realized I don't think I want that. I just want to have the one restaurant that really, they that's always going to be good, and people trust it. Because sometimes you can get more out of that than having the 5, 6 restaurants. It just depends what kind of person you are. Like, some people, that's what they want. They want to be at the desk, delegating it all, and that's great. Like, good on you. I just can't do that. I want to be there. What do you think about Brisbane, I guess, as a city for hospitality?
When I came 2015, and if I compare it with now to 2026, a lot of changes. I say changes, it means in a good direction.
Like moving forward?
Yes, move forward. It's growing now. The food scene, they increase the quality and standard. And compare with 10 years ago, now a lot of a really good restaurant, high-end restaurant from different city come to Brisbane and then open their flagship here as well. The food scene of Brisbane is
definitely moving forward. Do you think it's moving fast or slow?
50-50. I think it's not too fast, not too slow. I would say it's in the
right direction.
Direction
right
and then speed as well.
Because it can't go too fast, because it'll kind of just crumble.
Exactly.
I guess sometimes for us, probably just feels like it when it's a slow week. It's too slow. You're right, it is moving. Social media, do you think it's pressure or like a good opportunity, or a bit of both?
It's a good opportunity. Nowadays, people like almost spend like maybe more than 50% of their time on the phone. It's like scrolling social media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever it is. And then I think that's a huge opportunity for a restaurant or business to put something
to get out there.
To get out there in social media. So
What's your opinion on social influencers? The reviewers.
In general, I would say it helps. It helps, but just be careful with who's we're gonna choose. You know what I mean? I know a lot of foodie or influencer in Brisbane, and then they are very genuine. And then one thing, this is something that makes me feel like I don't trust a foodie or influencer anymore. When we opened Warisan, there was an account saying that they are influencer or foodie, and then they reach us on Instagram saying that, hey guys,
Can we collaborate?
yes,
Yeah.
collaborate kind of thing. And I checked the followers, and then they actually have maybe like probably more than 20,000 followers. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is huge. This is a big account. And I was like, it might have a lot for the business itself. And then when I checked their posts, like
2 likes.
Yeah.
No likes, no comments.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is strange.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, nah, I don't think it's right, because nowadays people just to get that image that I have 20k followers on Instagram, they just like bought
They bought them. Yeah, I think that
they
time's
bought.
passed.
Yeah.
I think even the influencers understand that you really need to be giving out like genuine content. That's good.
Yeah.
Even with the other restaurant, the marketing campaign was very influencer heavy. It does help. I guess it's good. Some new people will see the restaurant and they'll be, oh yeah, cool, I'll check it out. So they definitely have a power and a good platform. But I do think there's very few that, there's a couple out there I can think of that I think genuinely are worth it. Like they come out and they actually write a proper review on the food. And some of them don't have any culinary experience or training. I mean, most of them don't.
Yeah.
They just write what they
It's
like.
their food. Yeah.
And sometimes that does frustrate me because it's like there's a reason why that is done. And also obviously there's a whole operational side to things, right? We're not just cooking for 2 people.
Yeah.
We're cooking for 120 people a night.
Yeah.
We can't just do this because now we're
Yeah.
going to put 3 other chefs on to make. So I think there's an element of that does really frustrate me with food influencers. But then I think there's some that I think they're getting so into it that they're understanding the operational side of things more. And I think even just customers in general, the hospitality is getting bigger in the city and people are getting it a bit more. Yeah, I think what you said before, it's helpful. I wanted to ask about the Chef of the Year. What was the process for that? How did that work and how did you kind of get into it?
So yeah, the Queensland Professional Chef of the Year is annual competition event. I think it's usually every August or something. But they open application like probably 2-3 months before, and then all of the chef who wants to be part of the competition, they need to fill up the registration online, and then after that, the judges will choose the 25 finalists to go to the live cooking on the day. And then since 2022. I've been applying to be one of the finalists, but never get a chance.
So it's a hard process to get into.
It's hard. Yeah. It's hard. It's very hard. They are very selective. 2022, what I did was just go to the event just to see how, the system, the concept, and then who's competing, and then what kind of ingredient they provide, and then what they cook, that kind of things. I learned something about the competition on that time. 2023, I decided to apply again. Didn't get a chance again. Go back to the event again, and then just observe.
So you went to the event twice before?
3 times.
3 times.
2025 was my 4th time applying to be the finalist. September, I think on my birthday, I received an email.
Oh, nice.
And then saying like, congratulations, you are selected to be one of the finalists. Get ready to compete with live cooking with the other chefs. I was like, wow, this is the best birthday
present you could ask for.
I was so excited. Went to work restaurant and met my business partner in the morning, and then he said, hey, I want to talk to you. I was like, yep, okay. So we had a talk, and then on that day he decided I'm leaving. I was like, what do you mean? I was like, nah, I'm leaving from I'm leaving from the business. So I was like, that's actually September. It's my hell and heaven. So many things happening.
Like a roller coaster.
Like roller coaster. In the morning, I was so excited that I became one of the finalists to compete in the competition. And then the next few hours, someone's like broke me down. I was like stressful week. Like probably this is the hardest week for me. I have to think about the business. I have to prepare myself for the competition. So I decided to fix one by one instead of like put it all together and then try to fix everything. What I did is focusing on the business first. Told my business partner, okay, that's fine. I will take over the business completely. In probably like 3 weeks time, I took over the business completely under my name, a new company, that kind of things. And then after that, I can focus on the competition. So the competition is on October. I was one of the few chefs that first-timer competitor chef in that event. One of the judges said, I think I know you. I was like, what do you mean? This is not your first time, right? Here, I was like, no, this is my first time. But I feel like I know, yeah, because I always come here every week. Oh, yeah. And it was like, yeah, I remember you. You always just like on the audience.
Watching.
Yeah. First round, the 25 chefs compete, divided into 5 rounds. The chef with the highest score in each round, they will go to the grand final the next day. The first day, I was the chef with the highest score in my round, so I was the winner.
Oh, wow.
So I automatically go to the grand final the next day. And then after that, compete again with another 3 highest score chefs. All of the 3 chefs that I compete with on grand final, they are experienced in competition. They've been in this competition like 5 times at least.
Really?
Yeah.
They're competing?
So, yes,
Ooh.
competing. So I was the underdog.
Yeah.
So no one thinks that, you know what I mean, this a new guy, a newbie. He just be
He's
there
just
just to
here.
you know, I'm like just to
new blood.
Yes, to feel the sport. My staff, Bosco, he was with me in the competition. He was like supporting me in the grand final, and then someone standing next to him told him, "Oh, I don't think he's gonna win." And Bosco was like, "Oh, why?" "Oh, because this is his first time. If this is your first time in competition, you're not gonna win." And Bosco was like, "Oh, okay, just let's see."
Did he tell you or no?
Who?
Bosco, did he tell you something?
Yeah, after that. Yeah, after the competition.
After
yeah,
you won. Yeah.
after I won.
That's good, yeah.
Because during the competition, I don't want to, focus.
Change your focus, yeah.
Yeah, so I did. On the grand final, I made, it's called Marangi beef skewers.
Yeah.
It is one of our popular dishes at Warisan.
Yeah.
So we combine the native and Australian ingredient with Indonesian spices, and the judges, they love it. Something new for them, something exciting and creative.
And then you won, hey?
Yeah.
What a journey.
I know.
Congratulations.
Thank you so
I
much.
didn't know like that. There's a lot into that story.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. No, you deserve it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
What advice would you give your 25-year-old self now?
Well, to be honest, I don't regret
whatever
I've done, because what I've done, it gives me knowledge, it gives me experience. I became like a stronger, smarter, or whatever it is. So I never regret what I've done. But if I can go back to when I was 25, I need to tell myself, just need to focus on things one by one.
One by one.
I know you are young. I know you are hungry. I know you want to do a lot of things, but don't put it all together. It's gonna be, it's like you're gonna break down. You can't focus with one thing. Just do it one by one. Do it now. Focus. Finish it, and then move forward.
Yeah.
The kind
Take
of
it as it comes.
Yeah, that's what I did when I was young. Like when I was 25, I was so like
eager.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Yeah, hungry, that kind of thing. And I would like, I want to do this. I want to do this. I have this idea. I have this blah 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 and everything, and then put it all together in my head, and suddenly like
it's hard though when you're a creative person and you're driven.
Yeah,
I'm the same. I can't stop.
True.
Idea.
Yeah.
But I think like you said, it comes with maturity and understanding of the business, taking care of what you have, and that's really good advice. Just a step at a time. And I think one thing that you said was good as well. Finish the task that you're doing. Don't do it 80% and then be like, I've done it. Oh, I've done a bit of it. I'll come back to it. Because that slowed me down for years. That's what I would do. I would do something, and also I'd have a mental block with that task. Be thinking about it for like 2-3 days. So I've already done it like 10 times over in my head with the mental energy. But then when I sit down to do it, it's like, it just comes with time. Do you think the chefs are taught enough about the business side of things in the industry now? Because I feel like the head chef obviously knows a fair bit because they deal with the owner so much. But do you think it's important for the chefs to have an understanding of the business, or just focus on the product?
No, I think they should. Everyone, the team is not only about the chef. If you're talking about the chef, I think they should know about how business works. It gives them a better understanding about what they need to do, how they need to do that kind of things. For example, probably something simple like inventory or
stock
waste.
What levels,
use the right ingredient for the right dish or whatever it is, reducing the waste. So I think they should understand about the business.
And it's the little things that matter. And I never used to think about this. I used to think like, oh no, it's big picture. I guess the day in, the day out, the little things like, only use 5 cloths today. Don't use 15. Only let's do our washing in house. All these little things like the stock sheets. You need to have 20 soy sauce bottles on hand. They're not going to check the cupboard. There's 18 here. They're just 20. You know, it's those little things that honestly make or break a business, right? I was the most opposite person with this. I never cared about little things. I've just completely changed now. Like,
yeah, exactly. I used to be in that situation as well. I mean, first time I work here in Australia in an Asian restaurant. The wok,
Yeah.
and they have like water,
Yeah.
water pipe thing, and
Oh,
then,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
the chef always keep it on, the water flowing, even if there is no order, if there is no cooking,
Yeah.
the water keeps flowing. When I came here, I didn't know. I thought it was the culture.
Yeah.
I thought it was like something that we have to do, just keep the water
Yeah.
flowing. But now I own the restaurant. Now I'm thinking about
The water bill.
How, exactly, the
Yeah,
water
I
bill.
know.
I was like, how much I'm gonna pay you?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. So, but now I give them a little knowledge about water. I was like, if you don't use it,
Yeah.
this is not only for business, but
Yeah.
also for environment.
Yeah,
that kind
yeah,
of things. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like
it's those things, yeah.
Yeah.
And they make you appreciate it too.
Yeah, yeah.
I think owning a restaurant, like, you really understand waste a lot more,
Yeah.
and just how important it is. Fine dining or casual dining?
Casual dining,
Casual dining. Discipline or creativity?
creativity,
Nice, I would say the same. Talent or work ethic?
talent,
Talent. Concept or execution?
concept.
Concept. One business habit that has changed your career?
Wake up early.
Wake up early, yeah? Yeah, that's a good one, yeah. The hardest part of leadership?
Training the staff.
Training staff, yeah. A dish that represents you, if you had to pick one.
Probably beef rendang.
Yeah, nice. One mistake you won't repeat.
Trust the wrong people.
Trust, yeah, that's a good one. If not a chef, what would you be doing?
This is really hard. Now, probably, oh man, I don't know. A singer?
A singer? Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
You like to sing?
That one, yeah, I
Yeah?
love to sing.
You love singing?
Especially in the bathroom.
Yeah, sing in the shower?
Like shower, yeah.
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 What does success look like now for you?
When you don't need to introduce yourself to everyone.
Yeah, nice. When people know who you
That's
are, yeah.
success, yes.
10 years from now, where do you envision yourself? Where do you envision Warisan?
10 years now, hopefully, Warisan will be still one. So we want to keep it like
Like the one.
the one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about probably running or opening another few
Nice,
restaurants,
nice.
Australia or abroad or whatever it
wow,
is.
nice.
But yeah, probably in 10 years, I will be not spend too much time in the kitchen. I spend more time with the relationship with the customer
Yeah.
while managing all of the system from the back, that kind of thing.
And I guess for people who don't know, where can they find Warisan?
Warisan is in 4 Hine Street,
Yep.
Fortitude Valley.
Nice. Well, Alf, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Dylan.
Thanks for coming here to Mr. Vane to do the podcast with me. Means a lot. I'm excited to release this episode. Congratulations again.
Thank you so much.
And I'll see you at your restaurant soon.
Thank you.
And thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Alf. Thank you.